Well, we're continuing on with our spring tillage, and I need to, since we put the lime on, and if you missed that video, be sure to check that out. But since we put the lime on, it has rained. So we gotta go check and see if it's even dry enough to the point where we can actually kind of work the ground again and kind of work that lime in. I do want to test the soil too, because we didn't get to do that. So we'll go check and see if it's even dry enough, because I don't know that it is. This doesn't look too bad in here. In a good, easy way is just turn the four-wheeler like that a little bit, get it to throw some of this. Got some good moisture down underneath, but it's not, you know, crazy. And the cultivator, or the harrow that I do have, is a little bit big for here. It would probably work actually, so we may use it here. If not, we do have another cultivator that we can borrow and hook up, but we'll have to see. This, I think, if this is good, it should totally be good up on the hill, because this stays wetter longer down here, and up on the hill it drains off really quick, which is why we have problems during the summer with drought. So the rain obviously washed in all the lime. It honestly doesn't look too bad. If anything, it's actually starting to dry on the top. So, you know, getting a little bit underneath here, it is a little bit, you know, clumps up a little, but it's not like muddy. So there definitely is some moisture content to it. Obviously, you can tell it's darker. I don't think it's anything crazy that we can't work up. Yesterday, I wanted to do it, and it actually gave like a kind of a pouring shower for like 5 to 10 minutes, and then it ended up soaking the ground. So it was a complete mud hole up here yesterday, so it definitely would not have worked out to come up here yesterday and do it. And so I think today's gonna be the best bet, because they do want rain tomorrow, and it's gonna kind of be a washout. They want rain the majority of the day. We're supposed to get like a 1/4 inch or more, I guess. I have no idea. But regardless, we need to get it worked in and worked up before any of that happens. I would have really liked to get some fertilizer on here, you know, spread the fertilizers that we have, but we didn't get a chance to clean out any of our pens yet. And I shouldn't say that, we do have some that's in the soil. Like, I want to say like this patch, probably all around in here in this vicinity, we did manage to spread some last year or in the fall sometime then. So we do have some worked in, and I just want to work up the soil a little bit more, and then hopefully, you know, within another week or so we can get up here and spread some of that fertilizer. So we're gonna go down, grab the tractor, hook up to the harrow, and then we'll get working. If you missed one of it might have been the past video, I can't keep them all straight anymore, but if you missed one of the last videos where we picked up our new to us tractor, be sure to check that out. It was a fun time, and this is our first time that we're basically gonna be putting it to work. Now, I have ran it here and there, you know, out in, you know, just pulled it out of the barn, ran it a little bit. So we haven't really gotten to run this thing like a crazy amount yet. So this is gonna be kind of a little bit more of a learning experience for us. And I did find out what a lot more of this stuff does and everything like that. So I think we'll work towards that and figure out what we can do here. And hopefully this thing works out. I know there's work that I need to do to this thing, and it does have a slight whine to it. So I'm kind of thinking at this point that it probably has water in the hydraulic or transmission fluid. So we're gonna have to swap that out. It's not something I'm really set up to do right now this second. So I'm just gonna have to run it the way it is, unfortunately, at least to do this. And then maybe I can get that changed here very soon, but I'm assuming that's what it is. So we'll probably put some fuel in it, and we'll hook up to the harrow, and we'll probably start on the garden area here first. The choke cable was not hooked up either, so that's another thing. But again, I can just do it with my finger for now. And Yeah, it's got a slight whine to it. So while that's warming up, we're gonna run down here, open the shed door, and I gotta see what I need to do or need to get to hook up to the Harrow, because I don't know if a straight pin's gonna work, but we'll see. And maybe, if we're lucky, we won't need special tools, special anything. So we have two choices here. One is roughly 12 feet and the other one is about a little over 9 foot. I think our best bet, and the tractor would pull either one of these, it would do both. So it doesn't really matter which one we go with, but I think kind of for what we're doing, our best bet's gonna be the smaller one, the little bit shorter one, just for the simple fact of, you know, where we have to go and turns and all that stuff. So I think this one's gonna work better. And I'm not 100% sure. This one here, I do need to put this together because it's not in there and it might just be tap it with a hammer. But I'm guessing, I don't know exactly how these mount to the tractor. I don't know if you can just put a pin through it or how you have to do it exactly, or if you should have probably a clevis hook would be, you know, better. I think the tractor should hopefully work for us. Does need maybe a little bit of work, but it definitely needs, it's gonna take some getting used to. So we're gonna throw some gas in it. It's saying it's about quarter, so we're definitely gonna need some, and then we can hook up. I don't know if I have a clevis. That's gonna be part of the problem because I don't know how else to hook it up. That took entirely way too long. These had a big hook on here. Obviously, I think I said about that, but I ended up robbing this piece off of the back one, and that one would have been ready to go. But these, I just had no way to really attach these, and getting these off of that hook was really sucked. So we'll put all these in the hook and this should be a lot easier. Obviously this one's too close, so I need to pull the tractor up a little bit further, but my goodness, that took way too long. Now getting it out of here, that's the next trick. Oh, that hurt. I forgot about that. Ow. Well, that was fun. Not too bad. I would really prefer it to be a lot deeper than that. It's kind of just scraping the top. So we're gonna have to set that even lower yet, I think. And some of these teeth are missing on it. This thing is super old, but it's gonna work, obviously. It's just, we need to set it deeper. I got 2 more notches we can go. So we got this done down at the garden. This was definitely hard because it's so small, and this is probably really excessive. But it looks good. I mean, I really wish it were going a little bit deeper. I have it maxed out. And again, part of it is probably because of, you know, these teeth. Like some of them have it, some of them don't. And again, this thing is really old. But again, it's kind of doing its job. It's just I wish I could go a little bit deeper, but it is what it is. So we're gonna raise this up and we're gonna tow it all the way up to the other plots up there, and that should be a little bit easier because they're much bigger. Well, I'm definitely starting to get used to that tractor and running it, and it seems to be doing a pretty decent job. The Harrow's working pretty well. It's actually got pretty deep up here, and now obviously you have all these ridges and stuff that you have to deal with, but you know, we're not going to be planting for a little bit yet. We still have some really cold temperatures, and you know, I need to try and spread some fertilizer and everything up here as well. So we're gonna move over to the other side and we'll be done here before you know it. We made quick work of this. I may plant something in here because this is a relatively big area. We could do some potatoes or some corn or something in here, but for right now I'm gonna just park this here And you can see, I mean, it doesn't have any points really left. This one kind of does, but it's also set higher too. So it did its job, it worked, and we got everything worked in. So hopefully that worked, the lime in and everything. Again, it wasn't heavy, but we do have to test our soil and see what it comes back as. So we should be good for that. I do want to get, you know, like manure and stuff like that spread on all this before, you know, planting comes and happens. But obviously before any of that, we have to test the soil and see what we're looking at, and then go from there. And then we obviously have to figure out where everything's going, plots and all that, because these aren't going to be, you know, just two giant fields. This is going to be separated into, you know, all kinds of different things and have its own section, and everything's going to be sectioned off. So we got to decide that too. But the old Farmall 504 did its job, did its duty, and did really well. That's going to do it. Hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Be sure to hit that subscribe button. There's plenty more coming. Have a great day, and I'll see you in the next video.